Well, 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 what a series we have tonight! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Sportiest stream. How you all doing? It's nice to see you all. My name is SportyFC. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. And we got a big one. Let's not sugarcoat this. It's a big series. H2K Evolve Sapphire. This should be a good one. I'm excited for what it has to offer, as we will wait for these teams. Wait, oh no, I need to, 1 second, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I need to fix something. Bad timing here on stream. Let me fix something, 1 second, I'll be right back, don't worry. Just notice that I have a blind over here that I might want to close just to get a little bit better lighting. 1 second. Right there, I've unmuted myself now. How's everybody doing? I'm back. Sorry. Let's try it again. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. My hair's a mess as usual, but it's nice to you. My name is SportyFC, and we got one series tonight. It's a big one. H2K, Evolve Sapphire. Both of these teams have been touted to be some of the best in the Champions Cup, and they meet here in week 2. And as people expected, they got through the qualifiers very quickly, very easily, and they both swept their first round opponents here. For reference, Evolve Sapphire, we saw them play, we saw them sweep Shadow Phoenix, and what was an exciting matchup last week. And for H2K, they swept Feathered. And for both these teams, it's been a good start to the season, but this is going to be a real two-tester for them. None of these teams are going to be easy to play against. Both these teams are incredibly solid. Both these teams are not looking like they want to lose, so again, a crazy series here in front of us, as both teams, I know they're ready, I know they're waiting, I know they want this series to start soon. I want it to start soon as well. We're just a few minutes away from the expected start time. As again, we're just going to make sure that teams are set up and ready. But I know they've been long awaiting this matchup, as this match monumental in what I think can happen here for both these teams in their success. As, my goodness, this would be a good one. This should be super exciting, super fun. This series, no matter what the result will be, it's going to be nuts. I'm excited for what can happen. As, just again, make sure all the teams are ready, all the teams are here. How's everybody doing, by the way? Oh, hey, there's all the, I know there's going to be a good amount of Evolve fans here. Hopefully all you are doing well. As I need to make sure I can get everything ready. Prediction poll, as usual, coming up here. H2K, Evolve Sapphire. And rarely on the stream do we ever see will we ever see Evolve Sapphire on the orange side, but this week is one of them. As again, they're going to go up against what should be a tough matchup, but both these teams, it's not going to be easy. They have to really work for it. As we'll make sure to give them some time to join on in, and then once they're ready, and we'll get this series underway. It's going to be a best of 5. This series could have, if we put the series into a best of 7, who knows how far it would have gone. As again, we got the teams ready in here. Just need to wait for them. As the lobby is open. Again, since it's a best of 5 series, you gotta win 3 games. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to feel quick to these guys. As a series like this, generally speaking, you're going to see these teams play against each other later on in the bracket, but no, they're going to play here. Every group's got some star-studded matchups. This is one of the matchups for this group. Another matchup you guys might want to look forward to, and one that actually makes sense to talk about, is in the very last week. Evolve Sapphire will be playing Evolve Amethyst. Evolve Sapphire right now, Evolve Amethyst, we just heard about them recently. They are now 2-0 in the league. They won in week 1 against Absolute. Then they played Shadow Phoenix. They won against Shadow Phoenix in game 5, so Evolve Amethyst is playing super well, and for Sapphire, Evolve wants the best for all the teams. Sapphire, they want to beat the Evolve brethren. And so this would be a good series to do that, to take the lead in the group. Especially against another team that is trying to make rounds here in this league. It's a good idea to get yourself out there early. As that prediction poll is up, we got a few minutes remaining on it. Make sure to vote for who you think will win by putting your points on it. Should be a good series. This is a tough one to predict. I don't know who to think. We have seen both these teams play before, but Evolve Sapphire more recently than H2K. H2K was a while back in the qualifiers we saw them play. As I'm going to scroll back and I'll find it for you all, but we saw them in the qualifiers. It was a while ago, but they're not a bad team. They're very solid. A lot of people have high expectations for them. And so far, they've done pretty well at meeting those expectations, but again, the last time we saw them, back in their qualifying stages, back when they had to play best of 7s, they had a series where they played, as soon as I find out who it would be. I remember going, I think, to Game 7. I believe they lost in Game 7 in that series, but it was a close matchup. It was one that they would be pretty happy with. Yeah, they played Shadow Phoenix. That was the matchup. They played Shadow Phoenix, so they actually might have a, I think it's actually going to be, it's going to be a fun one, because we know Shadow Phoenix, we saw them play earlier, and right now in the season, they have not looked amazing. But as they did get swept, and then in week 2, I believe they also lost again. They lost in game 5, as I said, to Evolve Amethyst. So far for Shadow Phoenix, not a great start for them. But again, that was the qualifiers. This is the regular stage, and teams have changed. Teams have gotten better, have evolved. No pun intended, but they have changed up all over the place here as we are looking to get ourselves in this series. Both teams wanting them to join on in. They both 1-0. They're both 3-0 in games so far, as they'll be making sure to get them here. As again, we're just waiting here. Both teams have some time to join on in. We're almost ready to the match start time. Man, this is going to be good. I'm excited. Hopefully you're all excited. This series has so much resting on it. Man, I'm ready for this. You still got some time left to predict if you want to put your votes in there. I would recommend it at least. Because I think you guys are gonna enjoy this. As again, I'm just checking to make sure everybody's ready. Still waiting on all the players to be ready. But again, there's match start time is here. But both teams got a little bit of time. If they want to have a little bit of extra time used, they can. As let's take a look at that prediction poll as it closes up here. Prediction poll, as I expected, is mostly favoring Evolve Sapphire. But I mean, there's a good amount of H2K fans in here, so we'll see how that works. The entirety prediction poll is now closed. Again, there's a noticeable amount of points here on Evolve Sapphire. But again, H2K, not without its supporters, and makes sense. You have to believe in a team like H2K to do very well in these tournaments. They're solid all around. H2K itself has a pretty good size, so these are not unknowns. They know what they're up to, and they know what the task is at hand. So now everybody's looking like they're ready here. One main change that we saw, though, from both these teams is no real roster changes, recently, but for Evolve Sapphire, they did change their captain. Last week it was Squashy. This week it's Rando. Not Rando, sorry. This week it's Gerald, who's their captain. Interesting change, but it's definitely fun. Gonna just... As, again, we're just making sure that everything is ready, every team is ready. Let's go in game here, because both teams are in the lobby. Hello there. Lux, if I see you. Hello, don't notice me. Yeah, I notice you. I know you want to start. Teams are waiting so patiently. Best of 5 series, here we go. Both teams are 1-0. They haven't met enough adversity. Well, this league is going to give them a major contender. No matter which way you look at it, this series has got a lot on it. H2K, Evolve Sapphire. And we've seen these teams play. We've seen these teams work it out. And we'll see how these teams work against each other. Best of 5 series. First to take 3 games in the Champions Cup. And to put yourself at that top of the group. Both of these teams are currently undefeated. Only one of them will leave that way. And with that kind of pressure, with a matchup like this is going to be still telling the early part of the season. So many teams don't really focus on it so much. But it actually has a lot resting on it. As in front here, Squashy saved away Gerald with a light touch towards the corner. As it rolls up, Luxiv will find a clear, and Evolve Sapphire, they're pretty far apart from each other, very spacious. H2K a much closer, tighter rotation, as they're not trying to give up so much space. Generally speaking, these close rotations, they require a lot more reliance on each other, but are usually more fruitful if the team has the chemistry to boot it with. And that's one of the scary parts about H2K. They have that chemistry. They know how to work around each other. As Luxiv here, a light touch, shots over Squashy! First goal in here is for Alwix. As Evolve Sapphire got a bit too comfortable, Luxiv to Alwix caught him here as Squashy completely whiffed it off the back wall. And the early start will favor H2K. About a minute and 15 in, and they find the breakthrough. Evolve Sapphire need to find one back, and they need to be able to be aggressive, really put H2K on the back foot. And to do that, you need to be able to hold pressure against them. As Gerald there, in front, Rando couldn't get the shot. He doesn't have a lot of boost either. Squashy, Rando, miscommunication. Squashy jumped for that. He does still take the corner boost. H2K, again, another breakthrough. These close rotations, it just feels like Evolve Sapphire just are just a little too far apart from each other, and H2K know that. Luxiv will try to look for a touch, but it's too heavy. Gerald here, infield, and hit off the back wall there from Nismo. Smart defensive play, not hitting it outward like so many teams do. Instead, hitting it back, keeping it close to the wall where you really can't put a shot on it if you're Evolve Sapphire, but they can put a shot on this. Luxiv will stop Rando. Now Squashy, Alex credited with that one. Evolve Sapphire hanging shots towards that net, none too scary yet, but this one is! Oh, Luxiv will jump in front, and now an overcommit from Evolve Sapphire. They need to be careful, as now Nismo down in field. Gerald didn't read that, but Luxiv didn't bank on that play. And now pinched in front, open net, Rando will put it in! Evolve Sapphire! I criticized them not having the best spacing, but here, well, they didn't really have to work too hard for that one. Nismo throws it right in front of his known net, and there's no one there back for him. Tied up. Evolve Sapphire with the kickoff. Gerald, it's just a little too weak. He kind of did a bit of a push shot. As Rando doesn't jump for this. Instead, he'll lay on the ground. Gets past 2. Now he's one-on-one with Alwix. Flick in front. Nismo's awkward. Here comes Rando. Another chance for Sapphire. They're getting so many shooting opportunities. Well, not all of them are that fruitful, that strong. They're going to use any chance they can get. H2K continually try to push upfield. Right now, though, Evolve Sapphire seem to flip the tables here on them. Luxiv the dribble. Nismo jumping. Now it's Alwix, and he will get a light touch. The backfield's left open again here for Rando. Off the crossbar. Couldn't read it. Gerald now. That one's well off. Oh, Sapphire, they're getting those opportunities. And H2K is leaving that backfield noticeably open whenever they push upfield. Sapphire can't get too ahead of themselves. H2K still deadly, but that net is open. Squashy will read it. Evolve Sapphire read the play in front of him, and Gerald went headhunting. Says goodbye to Nismo, and Squashy says hello to the net. And hello to a lead for Evolve Sapphire. Another kickoff, Evolve Sapphire here with offense. They're finding ways to break down H2K. Squashy after a backflip, up for himself. What has he got in store? He looked for a fake under Luxiv, but Luxiv had the boost advantage. Alex. Demo as well, but just straight to Rando. Now setting up the bounce shot. This one's so scary. Back over Nismo. It's Rando to do it again. And as Evolve Sapphire have the space in the midfield, they are using it. The shot's starting to break down this H2K defense more and more. A bounce dribble. One of the deadliest moves in Rocket League. And you can see it used there. Another chance for Evolve Sapphire. As they're pretty happy here with this 2-goal lead, but it can dissipate quickly. H2K will put one back from Alwix. A beauty here from Alwix, as Squashy inadvertently just gave him a very nice assist. And he puts that one top right corner. H2K still hunting, 47 seconds remaining. And for Evolve Sapphire, they're going to look to get themselves another goal, keep this insurance. And more importantly, not overcommit. As Squashy off the back wall, awkward for H2K, they'll get the clear here. Alwix upfield, but Rando sitting very far back. He doesn't want to take any chances. Now Squashy, more aggression from Sapphire, infield from Squashy. Rando backflips it in! A hat trick for Rando! As H2K put a lot into that corner. And once again, they're caught with the net open, but Rando had to be creative to get that shot on. And once again, Evolve Sapphire trying to shut down H2K's chances here on Manfield Night. Gerald trying to make it 5. That one's off the post. Infield for Rando. He's got another goal. Rando is all over the place here. And H2K cannot contain him. As Gerald gets his second assist, Rando is scoring when he wants to, how he wants to. And right now for Evolve Sapphire, this game starting to a bit fall away from H2K and in Sapphire's hands. They will be the early series leaders. H2K with one last push here, but as a lot of the pushes did in the last minute, it fell apart quickly, and Evolve Sapphire will lead the series early here as a Luxview with the rate of 7. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. The raid is so helpful. Everybody go support Deluxe Drew here. Great streamer. He's been on my stream a couple times. Oh, how was your stream, man? Hopefully it was good. There you go, everybody go support him. As we'll move on to game 2 here. Game 2. Evolve Sapphire with an early series lead, and that was a great start for them. Now, a follow from Sunsets, thank you so much. Welcome to the Sportia stream. We're here in Game 2 on the Aquadome. Evolve Sapphire with the series right now in their favor. Another demo, and that's another goal for Squashy. Early aggression from Sapphire as Rando continues to look for players to remove. And it will fall in place for Evolve Sapphire. Man, that was a lovable thing. Now, Squashy, he'll do it again! 2 goals for Sapphire, and we're only just about 15 seconds in. It's Squashy with the flip reset. He'll get the second touch early, and it's barred down right under Alwix. Sapphire, can they be contained? Reminder, this is not just a series to take a message to H2K, not just a message for the Champions Cup, but it's also a message to Amethyst, who they'll be playing later on in this group. That's another top-tier competitor in this group. That's going to be a tough one for Sapphire. No matter what the records will be, it will be a high-level match, but H2K, still time left for them. The best thing about going down 2 goals is that they went down 2 goals early, and so they have over 4 minutes to get back. As now, in the lead is Evolve Sapphire. Alwix with the pop. Nismo jumping with it, trying to dribble. He's looking for another touch. Gets the dunk! Oh, it's crossbar and out. Nismo almost went all the way down the field. Now the other way. Sapphire will score. A pass from Squashy will lead to a pinch from Gerald. 127 kilometers. And Sapphire do it again. H2K off the kickoff. Oh, they almost got our goal here. Now Gerald throws the ball out. Rando will jump for it. Squashy will look upfield. Alwix still there, but he has no boost. He has to leave it, as Gerald will throw it up in front of the nets. This one, a demo from Gerald. Luxiv removed. Now Alwix is bumped. 1 to beat. Looking to take away Rando, but Rando jumps, and look at this. Using his time, using his space. Sapphire are comfortable, but H2K can take that away. 2 touches. Rando clears. Alwix the Warriors in it. Squashy will get a save. Sapphire happy right now, as they're looking for more goals. Rando in field. No one was there. That's worrying here for H2K. If Evolve Sapphire are getting these kind of chances, that's the biggest issue right now for H2K, is that they leave that net open. Overall, the rotations have just not been at the level that you expect from them, and that's because Sapphire have been so good at adding so much pressure. The demos, too, have also just been an added bonus. As Sapphire in front of their net here, a bit awkward for them, but they'll get the ball away. Gerald to the sidewall. And a foot race here with Alwix. He'll get the pinch. Luxiv will beat Squashy towards the net. Alwix is up, but he won't get the shot past Rando. And now Nismo with a whiff. Open net downfield here for Rando. And it's pinched towards the corner. Again, Sapphire with offense. Rando. No shot there. Nismo to Alwix. A great passing play outwards. Alwix past the other. And that one will go the distance. H2K will get 1 goal back. They need 3, but this is a good start, as Alwix will use the speed. That's the one thing that H2K have done pretty well at, has been that speed in the midfield. They've been able to win a lot of these jump balls. Evolve Sapphire, need to be careful. H2K can look for more. Luxiv. That one's going to bounce its way down. H2K. We have time to read this. Rando, I don't know why the 50 set was necessary there. I mean, if you want his style points, he can get them, but that doesn't matter in the overall series scoreline. Although it does look cool. Rando, to his back wall. Flick play. Squashy infield. Bumps out Nismo towards the net. Alwix will clear. Nismo got rocked there on his line. As Sapphire continue to look for plays. Infield, that one. Crossbar and in. Rando forces the own goal. And Evolve Sapphire once again lead by 3 goals. As they are not done here. H2K. They need to recover. They need to do it quickly. If Game 2 is out of their grasp, what do they do to prepare for Game 3? Nismo, looking H2K, they're just looking for a goal here. It's just to try to keep it close. As Rando will redirect it downfield. Squashy jumping on top. Infield here for Gerald. He can't put it on target. And now it's rolling up the sidewall for Alwix. He'll get the clear to the corner. Rando's waiting. He'll find a touch out. Using a wall dash there now. Infield, looking for Gerald. Luxiv will clear. Pace staying relatively constant, and that's what Sapphire like. They're keeping up with the pace. H2K is having a little more difficulties doing so. But a good dunk in the midfield. H2K on now on offense. Alex, infield, squashy on the net. He'll put it off the top ceiling. Rando. Back wall. Oh my, he had an open net there. That one could have gone in. Missed it, but it's alright for Evolve Sapphire fans. This game already under wraps for them. They just look for another goal. They will get another goal from Gerald. Last game, I believe he had a couple, right? Last game, I believe it was Gerald who had 4. Jack, correct me. It was either Gerald or Rando, but they're still going crazy in this game. It's been Rando to be the real point getter. Rando had 4. Well, Rando is still playing extremely well. He has been lights out so far. What a save there from Rando. As I talk about him. And Rando will get the final clear. Evolve Sapphire up 2 games to none against H2K. Very close to maybe sweeping this series. H2K, do they take some time here? I think they have to. Just to try to take some of the momentum away from Evolve Sapphire. Because Evolve Sapphire, this game was even more in their favor. There are very few moments H2K ever looked like they were in control of anything. As we'll wait around. Man, a great start here for anybody here who are fans of Evolve Sapphire and anybody who are just fans of Evolve in general. Sapphire last week, they went against Phoenix United. That was meant to be a good matchup. They swept them. Are we going to see the same thing here against H2K? Well, time will only tell. As we're going to be getting ourselves here to Game 3. What could be the final game of the series. As we go on DFH. Here we go. Evolve Sapphire. Do they go 6-0? That would be an incredible result. And Gerald now trying to clear it out. Rando trying to jump on Nismo there. That one will go over Gerald, but squashy. Dunks by Alwix, but Alwix, not a lot of boost. H2K struggled with boost management last game, as a lot of the corners were just taken away from them. Squashy bumped. Infield here. Alwix will try to get it clear, but it's Gerald up. Gerald just towards Nismo. Now Rando's got to be a little careful going backwards like this. Squashy jumping. Maybe not the right decision. H2K had a chance. Evolve Sapphire will get back. Awkward though. And Alwix, he really needs to put that one on target. Didn't flip correctly. Instead, I believe he looked like he may have double jumped. Or just jumped the wrong way. But H2K on offense. Alex, another chance where you really think he should have put that one on target. Gerald will show him how to do it. It's on target here. And it will be a goal for Evolve Sapphire. H2K had their chances. They didn't use them. And Gerald says, this is how you do it. So he'll go right up and over Nismo. Evolve Sapphire with the early lead. Last game, they were able to get this lead, and then they were able to amass more on top of it. And just make the game unreachable for H2K. H2K keep it closer. They even tie it up. There's a very good chance they can do that. That's something that they probably should do. They want to see some of the best chances for them to take a win and get this series to maybe sway a little bit more in their favor. And we'll just throw it upfield. Gerald's going to go for demos. Nismo on the ball, but not past Squashy. And now Gerald calls for it towards the corner. He won't get that second touch. And H2K sent 2 up for that one. Rando misses this. Squashy's waiting. Alex always on top of these things for H2K, especially as the first man, seemingly for this team. Now Nismo shot down. Rando's got to be careful. Up high. Squashy's a little awkward. Rando's the only one to get this. And he'll get the 50-52 on Luxiv. Pinch out. Infield pass here for Alex. Saved by Gerald. Evolve Sapphire to contend with this H2K pressure and infield pass. And they sent a lot of players to go for that. But they get the save. Misses. Alex open net. And Evolve Sapphire a lapse in judgment here. You can tell they're panicked. Nismo made them scared. H2K Sapphire, if you fear for Evolve Sapphire, if you fear H2K, that's what H2K can use against you. This is a team you have to be confident against. Sapphire can't lose that. Nismo misses this. Gerald, he will put one in. Mistakes back and forth, and these teams are showing why you have to be able to counter them. Mistakes, and that's a goal. That's the tightrope we're walking here. And man, this game is taking a bit of a strange turn. Evolve still in the lead. H2K, though, once again, even they can come back. An infield play. But Squashy, oh, what a shot from Squashy! Oh, Squashy! And really, I didn't think that Luxiv was in a bad position here. But Squashy, man, he really made him honest there. He told Luxiv, take this, and sent a sucker punch right to the H2K face. H2K, they never saw it coming. It's Evolve Sapphire. Continuing to increase this lead. Squashy almost makes it free. Gerald to the sidewall. Dribble past Nismo. Up to the ceiling. Shot towards. It's going to bounce outward. Bumps here as Rando will look to pass back to Squashy. Squashy jumping early. This one's going right to Nismo. He'll get past two. Now dribble downfield. Rando wait for it as Nismo will take his boost. Infield play. Squashy will take it out. H2K love to penetrate that corner. They want to make passes out of it, but right now, Sapphire not letting them have it. Squashy, net in front. No one challenging him here. A lot of time to think what he could do. He took a little too much time and allowed H2K to set up on defense. It's now Squashy again. This one, infield. Nismo will lead it. Rando will take it away from Gerald. Up the sidewall. Infield. Squashy stops moving here. I was going to say, I would have to assume it's his internet. Now, some issues here for Evolve Sapphire, but as long as they hold this lead, they will still win the series. Both teams will play on. Evolve Sapphire are going to take a much more defensive position here for these final 60 seconds. H2K. Squashy's now lost connection. He's now left the match entirely. We'll see if he joins back in time to see these final seconds. H2K, can they use this time? Essentially, they're on a 3v2. Evolve Sapphire, all they have to do is play strong defense. Nismo, it's light. Rando will save it away. Final 30. Rando can't get past Luxiv. Gerald looking to boom this one out, but it's not very strong. He'll move backwards. Alex off the back wall in front. Rando still reads it against Nismo. Sapphire, even when they lose a player, they still get things done, but it's not over. Nismo will put one back. Alex off the back wall for Nismo. And we still have 6 seconds. 6 seconds for H2K to come back. But Sapphire, they'll win the kickoff. Rando will get another one. Oh my goodness, insane things here. Evolve Sapphire. Had to defend the final minute without Squashy. And they get a goal from it too. This is insane. A 2v3, and they get a goal. And H2K, I don't know what they feel now, but they definitely must feel a little bit embarrassed. Evolve Sapphire sweeps them. Take the brooms out and wash the floor because that's Evolve Sapphire. 3 games in a row. They're now 6-0 in games in the season, 2-0 in their group. Can anybody take this team down? Because so far, the PCS has sent so many strong contenders against them. And yet, Evolve Sapphire, they just continue to do it, series after series. There's a big raid coming in here from NJ Outlaw. Thank you so much for that raid. How was your stream, NJ Outlaw? As follows coming in from Prod, from Carney, from Kiwi Games, Turtle King, and Blue Rizberry. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for the follows. Welcome to the Spotty stream, everybody. Level 5 Hype Train, let's go, man. What a great result. But, man, that was an incredible series here. Another follow here coming in from Woodley. Thank you, Woodley, for the follow. Welcome to the Spotty stream, everybody. Wow, what a result here. That one, a sweep here. H2K, many predict them to be maybe the second or third best team in this group. And Sapphire, that didn't matter to them. They looked at it and they said, it's not an issue. As we're going to get an interview here to end out the night. Again, thank you all so much for the raids there. NJ Outlaw and Deluxe Drew. We just saw an incredible sweep here. As again, we're going to get an interview here to end out the night. Man, a crazy series here. Oh, I could not expect that in my wildest dreams. This series, I told you guys, it would be big, even if there was a sweep. I meant that a bit sarcastically, but I guess it's now reality here. And that will shake out the standings here. That means Evolve Sapphire, the #1 team, Evolve Amethyst, the #2. And H2K losing a series earlier than most people would have expected them to. Once again, we're going to get an interview here to end out the night. Hello, everybody. Coming here from NJ Outlaw stream. Just for the Premier Championship Series. Great league. As, man, what a series it is. As, again, we're going to get that interview up here. 3-0. Best result they could have had, and I can't believe it. As, again, we're just going to wait. Yeah, make sure that everybody's ready. Evolve Sapphire swept. And H2K. I don't know how many of you expected that. I'll be honest, I've seen Evolve Sapphire play a lot. I did not expect that. As we're gonna get here. Rando is joining us. Hello, Rando. Congrats on your win tonight. How does it feel sweeping H2K? Did you expect to sweep H2K?
Not gonna lie, I just expected that tough matchup. I expected either a 3-1 or a 3-0, to be honest. Very confident going into the series.
Wow, you did expect it, man. What told you that it was going to be a 3-0 or a 3-1? Because obviously, whatever it was, you guys were right on.
Not gonna lie, we had previously warmed up and we were just feeling good, and also recently just purchased a new PC, so feeling good on it. Definitely feeling better for my performance recently.
I love to hear that. Now again, you guys had some crazy matchups. I saw you play Shadow Phoenix last week, H2K this week. It seems like BGS is sending you their toughest opponents, and you guys are taking them down. How do you how do you feel about that kind of coming in? So there was so many question marks around this team and around if they could do what they did in the qualifiers, and obviously you guys were able to do that.
Honestly, uh, it's mainly just like training with the team, you know, like just trying to get that chemistry. Definitely more passing plays this time around. Every single game we had a passing play, a demo play. You know, we've just been trying to get those perfectly. And not gonna lie, big shout out to H2K again for a great match. Full respect to them. Just came out on top today.
Yeah, again, a big matchup as well. Um, to mention as well, there's another matchup coming up. I know a lot of people are talking about. I mean, you got next. You know, a lot of people talking about some crazy matchups here. Next week, you play URL Diablo Resurrected.
Super
Knowing
excited
about
about that.
you excited about that? Tell me about that series. Why are you excited about it?
Diablo, is it? I think I've
URL Diablo
heard.
Resurrected.
Yep. Uh, I've heard some good things about them, and excited about specifically one of their players. I forgot their name, but I know I like one of their players' playstyles, so I'm excited to see what they have to offer.
I'd love to hear that. But you know, I think everybody here is thinking about it. I know a lot of the Evolve fans are thinking about it. Evolve Sapphire, Evolve Amethyst. That's the last. That's going to be the last week of the season, and it's going to be a matchup between two high tier teams. And I know you're a bit biased on this, but that's what makes this great. Prediction in that series. What do you think the result's going to be? It's going to again. It's a couple weeks from now. Things are definitely going to change by then. But what do you predict the series is going to end up being?
Be a game five. I'd be disappointed if it was not a game five. In a best of seven, I'd say it would go to seven. Kratos, mechanical player. I expect them to bring their best, and if they don't, I'll be very disappointed.
Wow, game five. You know, usually when I ask players this, they usually say it's a 3-0, 3-1. What makes you say game five? Other than Kratos, because I mean they're good from Kratos, but they're good because their whole team's strong. What about you says game five for this series?
Well, our scrim record against them when we formed our team was actually very bad. So I feel like they have that experience playing us, and they have some experience of knowing what we will do. But I think right now, if they underestimate us, we will win against them. And honestly, just them as a team, very strong team. They can bounce back even if they're down. Uh, 2 games in a series. Full respect to them, to be honest.
Wow, a great results. Do you have any shoutouts? Any last message you want to say here on the stream?
Shout out to Evolve, shout out to my teammates, shout out to Squashy for pulling through, even though with the connection issues, unfortunately. Um, Shout out to the viewers, any fans and all that. And yeah, thank you for hosting, Sporty.
Of course, this series, man, it lived up to the hype. Like, an insane result here. Thank you so much for joining, Rando. Have an amazing rest of your evening.
Sporty, see you next time.
Of course. Well, you know, a crazy matchup. As soon as I had this one, as soon as I heard about this one, I had to get it. And man, it was amazing. A great matchup here, but man, a result that I don't think a lot of people expected. That will be it for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining the sportiest stream. I want to say thank you all again because that was an incredible night of matchups. Oh, sorry, an incredible week. I meant to say of matchups. This has been an interesting matchup to end the week. A good one, a high class bout, but that will be it. I do have some matches scheduled for next week though, and oh man, I'm seeing a lot of them, and man, some of them sound incredible. You won't want to miss them here. As again, a crazy results as we're going to end the night. You all so much for joining. Hopefully everybody takes care. You're on Legion, nice. Um, man, again, I'm so impressed. That was incredible. What we saw here tonight. Not much else I can say about it, really. Rio, Evolve Sapphire, and they're here to do incredible things. As that will, again, that will just be it here. Thank you all so much for joining. Enjoy yourselves. Hopefully, everybody is doing well here. Again, we're gonna make sure we get a raid here to end off the night. I'll find one, don't worry. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of people live right now. And there's not a lot of people live here right now that I could raid, but I'll find someone, do not worry. Who should I go for? Let's go for this person. Thank you all so much. Oh, wait, you want to recommend? Sure, who do you recommend? Who do you recommend? Who do you recommend, IJ? It's like, I really can't find anyone. Send it in, I'll give him a raid. Usually you'd have to, request it, but there's not a lot of people live. Well, I have options. I mean, there's a good amount of options. I don't know any of the options very well. Here, what's your recommendation, my friend? The Dad Gaming. Sure, we'll get a raid there for that. There you go. Let's give him a raid. Everybody, take care. Have an amazing rest of your night. Go show support to the streamer rating here. Take care. Thank you guys so much for coming out here and supporting the stream. Have an amazing evening. Bye. Enjoy the rest of the night.